This is lesson 5, and we're looking at reviewing how to graph linear relations. There's 3 methods of graphing, and we're going to start with the method that's using the slope y-intercept. So the instructions say, sketch the graph of y equals 2x plus 4. When you're using the method of slope y-intercept, the first thing you want to do is state the m and state the b from the equation. So the m in this case is 2, and our b value is 4. When we go to graph the line, the first step is to plot the y-intercept. So the y-intercept in this case is 4, because remember the b is the y-intercept. And maybe let's just write a reminder of that up here. So the slope y-intercept method, we're using this formula, and we know that b is the y-intercept and m is the slope. All right, now the slope we know is rise over run, and I only have a slope of 2. That's the same as 2 over 1. So 2 is the rise, and 1 is the run. And it's a positive 2, so that means we go up 2, and it's a positive 1, so I go to the right 1. So from your y-intercept, that's your starting point, I'm going to go up 2 and to the right 1 and put a point. Now I can't keep going because I've run out of room, but now I can do the opposite. 2 over 1 is the same as negative 2 over negative 1. And this is because 2 negatives together make a positive, and we're back to our positive 2. So this time our rise is going to be negative 2, so we go down 2, and our run is a negative 1, so we go to the left 1. So again, from our starting point of 4, I'm going to go down 2 and to the left of 1. And you can see it's in perfect alignment with our other point we made with positive 2 over positive 1. All right, now we're just going to continue until we have enough points to draw an accurate line. Okay, get your ruler out or your straight edge, and you're going to put a line through the points. Don't just stop where you draw the points. Make sure you go from one side of the graph to the other. We're going to go ahead and put arrows on the ends of the line, and I'm going to label it with the equation, which is y equals 2x plus 4. All right, now we're going to do our next line, y equals a half x minus 5. So again, start by stating the m and stating the b. The b is where we plot our first point, so it is at negative 5. Remember, it always goes on the y-axis. My slope is 1 over 2, so I have a rise of 1 and a run of 2. A rise of 1, a run of 2. Rise of 1, run of 2. Okay, and I could go the opposite way, down 1 to the left 2. Okay, that's enough. We'll draw our line through the points. Once you have your line through the points, we know we want to put arrows on the ends and label it with the equation. Y equals a half x minus 5. All right, our next equation, we're going to state our m, state our b. So it's negative 3 over 4 for the slope and 2 for our y-intercept. So let's plot our y-intercept. So this time I have a negative 3, so I go down 1, 2, 3, and a positive 4. So I go to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't go to the right. So now I'll go in the opposite direction. So I'll go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and put my point. That's as many points as I can fit. So now I'll go grab my ruler and I'll draw my line, make sure it goes from one side of the graph to the other, and we'll put arrows on the ends and then label the line with the equation, which is y equals negative 3 over 4 x plus 2. All right, that's the first method of graphing. Let's go to the second method. The second method of graphing is using intercepts. So we're going to start by finding our x and y intercepts, and we find an intercept, so we'll find our x-intercept by letting the y value equal 0. Because we know that our x-intercept will fall somewhere along the x-axis here, and the y value is always 0. All right, let's go ahead and sub that in. 0 goes where y is, so I'll have 2x plus 4 times 0 equals 8. 4 times 0 we know goes to 0, so I'm left just with 2x equals 8. And then we'll divide both sides by 2, and I get x equals 4. So my first ordered pair is going to be 4, and then the the y value of 0 is 4, 0. So let's put that point on the graph. There's my x-intercept. Okay, don't have a line yet. Now we're going to find the y-intercept, and we do it the same way. So y-intercept, we're going to let x equal 0. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put 0 where x is. So it's 2 times 0 plus 4y equals 8. 2 times 0 is gone, so I'm left with 4y equals 8. We'll divide both sides by 4. So then y equals 2. And we'll write that as an ordered pair. When x is 0, y is 2. And let's go ahead and put that point on the graph. And now all we have to do is connect those 2 points. Now don't do this, don't just connect the points. Make sure you extend from one side of the graph to the other. I'm going to extend the other side of my line. Okay, and then we'll put arrows on the ends and label it with the equation. So 2x plus 4y equals 8. All right, let's try the next one. If you want, you could pause the video and see if you can get the same answer as me, or you can just follow along right now. We start by getting the x-intercept. So the x-intercept, to find it, we are going to let y equal 0. So we'll sub 0 in where y is, so negative 3x plus 5 times 0 equals 15. 5 times 0 goes to 0, so I'm left with negative 3x equals 15. We'll divide both sides by negative 3. X equals negative 5. So the x is negative 5 and the y is 0. So now we'll go to the y-intercept and we'll let x equal 0. And we're sub in, so we know we have to sub in 0 where x is, so negative 3 times 0 plus 5y equals 15. And negative 3 times 0 is 0, so I'm left with 5y equals 15. We'll divide both sides by 5, so y equals 3. So my ordered pair is going to be 0, 3. Let's plot those points. So my x-intercept is negative 5, and my y-intercept is 3. And we'll go ahead now and draw our line of best fit. So that's going to go from one side of the graph to the other. Put arrows on the ends and label with the equation, which is negative 3x plus 5y equals 15. All right, so that is the second method of graphing. Let's turn the page and we'll look at our last method of graphing. We're going to do that using a table of values. So our table of values, we're going to want a t-chart. And we know x is on the left, y is on the right. Now, using a table of values for the way the equation is written will be a little bit difficult. We want to isolate y. So we're going to divide everything by 2, and I'm left with y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, the values we're going to pick for x are going to be negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Let's go ahead and sub negative 2 into the equation. So that means it would be y equals 2 times negative 2 minus 1. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 minus 1, which is negative 5. So I know my y value is negative 5. We continue now with an x value of negative 1. So y equals 2 times negative 1 minus 1. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 1, which is negative 3. I'm going to sub in 0, so it's y equals 2 times 0 minus 1. 2 times 0 is 0, minus 1 is a negative 1. I can see a pattern now. I'm going down by 2 each time. So if I go down 2, I should have a 1 here. Go down 2, I should have a 3 here. All right, let's go ahead and plot our points. So -2, -5 would be here. -1, -3 is here. 0, -1, 1, 1, and 2, 3. Okay, once we've plotted our points, we're going to go ahead and draw our line from one side of the graph to the other. Let's put our arrows on the ends. And then we'll label with the equation, which is 2y equals 4x minus 2. Okay, underneath we have another equation. We're going to do table of values. Now for this one, if I go to sub in -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 like I normally do, I'm going to get some decimals. I don't want decimals. So I'm going to take these values that I normally use for my x's. I'm going to look at what the denominator is, and I'm going to multiply those values by the denominator. So instead of using -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, I'll do -2 times 3 is -6. -1 times 3 is a -3, 0, 3, 6. Now when I go to do substitution, so I'm going to sub in my x value into the equation. What happens is 2 times -6 is -12. We know that's over 1. 3 times 1 is 3. And look how beautiful this works. -12 divided by 3 is a -4. And I don't even have to worry about fractions. I have a y value that's -2. Okay, let's do the same now for -3. So I have y equals 2/3 times -3 plus 2. So that would be -3 over 1. That's -6 over 3 plus 2, which again goes in beautifully when we divide to -2 plus 2, and I have 0. Okay, we'll sub in 0 now. So y equals 2/3 times 0 plus 2. So we know 2/3 times 0 is just 0, plus 2 is 2. And I can see the pattern. I'm going up by 2 each time, so that's 4, and that has to be 6. Okay, let's go ahead and plot those points. So I'm going to have to remember -6, -2, and then I'll come up, -6, -2. My next point was -3, 0. So -3, 0, 0, 2. So 0, 2. Then I believe it was 3, 4. And the last point was 6, 6. Okay, and this then will be connected with our line. We'll put arrows on the ends, and then we'll go ahead and label it with the equation, which was y equals 2/3 x plus 2. And that is our last way to graph a line. So you're going to have a chance to practice on the next handout. Make sure you're using a ruler, and if you don't have graph paper, try to print some off the internet, but hopefully you have graph paper by now. All right, guys, have a great day.